Hey, you guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's 4 o'clock, so it's time to go live with Jen. And hopefully you can see me and you can hear me, and we can talk about Disney and it being summertime and super hot. And it looks like Cindy's here and Dawn is here. Hey, you guys, how are you? Oh, and Coral's here. Can you guys let me know if you can see and hear me, please? Yes. Okay. Hey, Sandra's here. Hey, Coral or Dawn or Cindy or Sandra. Okay, good. Yes, you can hear me. Yay. I was going to say, so what's going on? What's everybody doing? Are you having fun this afternoon? Oh, Megan's here. Hey, Megan. Good. I'm so glad you're here. Oh, great, Laura. I always, it's like as long as I've been live streaming, I think this is like my 7th or 8th time to live stream, and I still get really nervous that you guys can't see or hear me. So oh, Jennifer's here from Michigan, and Lauren is here. Hey, Lauren. Terry's here. Holly's here. Ryan Sweeney's in the house. Hey, Ryan. Belle is here. Stephanie's here. Oh, my goodness. It's so good to see everybody. So I think a lot of you have been here before. Is this anybody's first time in one of my live streams? Because I want to hear from you if it's your very first time. Oh, Anne Marie's here from Ireland. That makes me so happy. I love one of the reasons that I wanted to do it at 4 instead of, I normally do it like at 7. Oh, Image 360 Houston-Spring. This is your first live stream. Welcome, welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. I know that I do have a few people that are in Ireland or the UK. Ireland is, by the way, not the UK, even though Disney gets confused sometimes and thinks that it is. It is not. So, yeah, I'm really glad that you're here from Ireland. Danielle is here. Ooh, listening at work. Oh, Kelly, it's your first time. Yay. I'm so glad that you're here. So these are usually pretty relaxed. I love hearing from you guys. Megan, thank you. I absolutely love these ears. I know. You guys were with me when I was questioning if I should buy these. So yeah, I like the purple as well. I have the best live streams. Denise, don't jinx me. Denise says I have the best live streams. And then what if I'm like, I don't have nothing amusing to say and I don't even burst into song one time. Mouse Pal says, hi, Jen. We've been watching your videos for a long time, but this is our first live. You know what I need to do? Here's a smart idea. Make it full screen, Jen, so you can see all of the comments. We are a mom and daughter WDW blogging team. Oh, we'll have to check out your videos. I'm so glad you're here. Love the mother-daughter teams. Heather and M, welcome. Oh, Matt, thanks for stopping by. I'm sorry. You probably have something important to do like work. And everybody who's watching at work, I'll try to be on the quiet side because you know how good I am at that. No, I'm not good at that at all. West Palm Beach, Florida. William, thank you for saying that they're the best. Allison, you're getting ready to go on a trip. You need to go. I know that your life is crazy right now, but I know you would stay if you could because you love me. Consuel runs. It's so good to hear from you. I'm glad you're here. Love chatting with you on Twitter. That's always fun. Karen, yay! Okay, Karen B, y'all need to check out her channel if you haven't already. Karen is my friend who lives in London but is from Dublin, and Karen's been in several of my vlogs. So she was one of the people that I had in mind about doing it at 4 o'clock. So I know some people can't be here when it's at 4 because if you work a regular job, but for everybody that's here, it makes me really, really happy. So kind of theme for today, and you guys know how it goes. Oh, Karen, you're so happy it's not midnight. I know. I was like, Karen maybe can be here. I didn't want to put any pressure on you to be here, so I didn't want to make a big deal about it, but I'm glad you saw it and that you're here. I am wearing my Wish Upon a Star shirt. I'll show you guys. If you have seen these, they are from Neverland Threads. Coral has this shirt too in navy blue. If you go to neverlandthreads.com and you put in Run Jen, you get 10% off because I'm special. So yeah, that will work on everything on their site. So if you guys want a shirt like this, you can get one. William says, I will be in Disney next month to run a 5K around the Wilderness Lodge area. Oh, that's awesome. That's great, William. Mouse Pal says, you inspire us to do Run Disney someday. We have fibromyalgia and want to get healthier to do a run. Yeah, you know what? That is you guys know I have autoimmune disease. So good for you for getting out there and running. It's so hard some days, but that's wonderful. Debbie, thank you for this sweet comment. I think you're the best too. So I really appreciate that. Um, Yes, Allison, thank you for the reminder. Everyone, please make sure that you like this video. I do have Super Chat on if anybody wants to support the channel in that way. But the other way you can support it that's not financial is if you just like this video, that will let YouTube know that it's going to be fun and awesome, and then other people can come join along. So Dawn wants to know if I still love my Polar running watch, and the answer is absolutely yes. In fact, every day I am finding out new things that it does. I don't know if you guys can see, look how big the watch face is on this. It is like a dream and I just love it. So if you were thinking, if you're looking for like a reasonably priced running watch, $195. It is in my Amazon storefront, so you can get it there. Angela, thank you. Super chat. Yay. She says, I'm a breath of fresh air. I don't know. I had a lot of garlic last night for dinner, so maybe it's a good thing you're not here in the room with me. So I can be a breath of emotional air for you, Angela. One of those people, garlic just really seems to stick with me. But Angela, thank you. That is greatly appreciated. If you don't know how Super Chat works, Angela just pressed that little dollar sign. She gave $5 and that money goes directly back into the channel. I have some new equipment that I've been able to purchase. I've been buying a lot of new things lately. And that is a great way to show your support for the channel because it is not free to have a YouTube channel, kind of like it's not free to run, even though people think that it is. Let's see. Shelly Monroe from Scotland. Yay! Oh my goodness, I'm so glad that you're here. Happiest run of my life was at Old Key West in 2015 at sunrise. Is Old Key West the best, Shelly? Our 7-month window is coming up for our January trip, and the boys want me to try to switch to like Boardwalk, and I'm not sure that I want to. I think I may stay at Old Key West. Mouse Pals, $4.99. Thank you so much. You've helped us a ton with your how-to vlog videos. This is a thank you for me and oh, you guys, you are so very welcome. Heather, I am so happy that I've been helpful. And thank you for that. That is so sweet. Shelly, one of my favorite runs was in Old Key West in January. Yeah, a lot of people complain that Old Key West is so big, but it really, it is big, but for running, I love that about it. We try to get near the hospitality house when we stay there. So that's makes it a little not seem quite so big because you're close to the main bus stop and you're close to the pools and all of that. Denise says, Jen is the best. Love her personality. She makes my day when I see live. Makes me so happy. Yeah, Barbara, I just love it too. It's absolutely the best. So is anybody planning a summer trip to Walt Disney World? Is anybody going? Yes, Coral, you are staying at Old Key West eventually. That's all I'm going to say about that. Bye, Allie. Have fun on your trip. We will miss you while you're gone. You scared a golfer once? Yeah, the golfers are everywhere at Old Key West. It's kind of fun. Oh, I'm so glad you liked the Coronado Springs video. I really, I think it came across in the video, but I got to tell you guys, I was very happily surprised by how much I loved it there. Barbara, 2 weeks. Oh my gosh. 2 weeks, like is in 14 days. Like we need to know amount of days, Barbara, because once you get under 2 weeks, you're counting down by the days at that point. Rebecca's going in a little over a month. Okay, Rebecca, make sure I literally just got done filming and I'm in the process of editing a summer tips and tricks video that will go up probably Thursday or Friday of this week. So make sure you're looking for that. Cause I shared, we've gone in the summer over a dozen times. So I've learned a lot. So I kind of know my way around that. So anyway, yes, you just got back and it felt like summer. Yeah. Jay, it has been very warm. It's like in the 100 literally all this week in Florida. So that's crazy. Sandra's going in July. Okay. If you guys are not watching Sandra D's adventures, this girl is hilarious. Like I do not miss her travel vlogs and she is a wonderful, happy, joyful person. So if you like my vlogs, you will love Sandra D's adventures. She does some Disney, but she also does a lot of international travel and she goes to Vegas and all kinds of fun things. So, Leah says, I'm resisting the urge to grab one of the many summer specials and book another trip. Yeah. Who else got that email today? Just a quick reminder. You want to get here before Galaxy's Edge. We're still offering some great deals. I'm like, you're killing me. My annual pass, as you guys know, has now expired. I am annual passless. It's very sad. Martina is joining from California. Oh, what part of California? My hubby and I are headed to Disneyland in 3 weeks for a trip he surprised me with. Yay! And you're going to Disney World for your very first trip next year. Okay. So somewhere in the playlist, I have a video comparing the different Disney parks, but it is a big deal when you go to Disney World for the first time, when you're a Disneyland person. And I was raised a Disneyland person, so that's a very big deal. Liz says you have the heat on in New Hampshire. Yeah, I don't understand. I mean, I do understand climate change, but the differentials in temperature right now is kind of insane. Marlo, hey, I'm so glad you're here. Marlo, I think you're a new subscriber, aren't you? I'm going end of June. I've never done a summer trip before. Already here in Maryland, we're in the 90s, so I can't imagine the same for Florida. You'll be fine. Like, as long as you are smart about it. And like I said, I just got done filming a video with some summer tips, but we'll talk about some of those here. As long as you're not out in the heat of the day, that is the big thing, is try with everything in your power to be somewhere other than that walkway in Fantasyland at 2:00 in the afternoon, because you will not be loving life. Yes, but if you can plan for like the beginning of the day, the end of the day, and just, a few hours out of the sun, I think you'll be just fine. Okay, let's see. Laura says, rented points to stay in Saratoga Springs, August 22nd to the 30th. My son, who is 14, and my 72-year-old mom. She hasn't been in 35 years. Laura, that is so amazing. I am actually tomorrow leaving to go see my mom, and I would love to take her to Disney. She would need a scooter at this point, and I know that Michael K just did a video about renting a scooter, so I am really considering taking her. She is going to be 80 in August, and she's just full of spit and vinegar, so I think she would love it, but the walking would be a little bit much for her. But I'm so glad you're taking your mom. Disney Traveler, thinking of upgrading to an AP on my trip in October. Never had one before. So you really should watch my video about that. And really, to me, if you're going for a week and you're getting Memory Maker and you plan to do a lot of shopping, you should get an annual pass, because you're going to get Memory Maker for free and you're going to get 20% off on all of your merchandise. So definitely worth it. Margie, I know you just returned from Disney, but you had a great time? Yeah. So Margie, you would be a good one to ask, since you just got back. What was like, did you guys get out of the parks in the heat of the day? Did you have a good strategy that worked for you? And y'all, Margie's the expert. She was just there and she still had a great trip. So don't let the heat scare you away. Dawn says she loves the last week of August. That actually, late August, I'm going to be there early or mid-September this year for that very reason. The crowds are actually not bad at all that time of year. And so you do have the heat to contend with, but you also have lower crowds. So that's kind of nice. And yes, Disney Traveler, I totally agree. Nighttime at Disney in the summer is awesome. And Florida, you get those. Hopefully, they haven't had much rain this week, but whenever you're planning a summer trip, if you see that thunderstorm in the forecast, the little icon every single day, don't let that scare you, because that's actually normal Florida. And you really kind of want that afternoon thunderstorm. And everyone who's been in the summer, who's in the comments, will attest to this. You get a little bit of a reprieve from the heat before, and then it's always a little bit nicer after. So you should actually be worried if you're going, hey, Daryl, you should actually be worried if you're going in the summer and you don't see that little thunderstorm, because you really do want those afternoon thunderstorms to kind of cool things off. So Michael and his dad had a great trip, and that scooter saved his dad for sure. Yeah, that was what got me thinking about it again. I wasn't going to take her, but then I saw Michael do that thing with his dad. I was like, you know what? Maybe I could do that. Amanda says we actually camped in August last year at Fort Wilderness. Needless to say, we bought a portable AC to survive. Yeah, you would have to. I don't know. I know people do it, but that would just be absolutely miserable. Kelly says we've been in June and July. I can never convince my family to take a break in the day. Yeah, and there are some other ways you can get out of the heat, right? There's attractions you can go into, there's restaurants, there's other, there's resorts that you could escape to, but Yeah, middle of the day heat. It's just awful. Yes, the rain helps it cool down if it's quick, but the big windy storms can lift you off the ground a bit. That's actually true, Heather. They really can. Margie is saying definitely be smart about getting out of the heat. My teenager is a night owl, so going later in the day worked well. Yeah, we do that too in the summer. We're much more likely to stay until park closing in the summertime, just because once the sun is down, it's so much nicer. Heat stroke is no joke. Be safe. It creeps up fast. Raise your hand if you have been in Disney in the summer and you have seen someone on a stretcher. I have multiple times. It is, I really think people have an unrealistic idea, especially, and Karen, you can attest to this, people that are from like the UK, they don't understand how severe the heat can be if you're not smart about it. So, yeah, we have to be careful. We have to honor Mother Nature. Oh, hey, Kimmy. Kimmy is WDW mommy. We left Epcot at 2:30 today, and we'll head out to Magic Kingdom around 5. So you're there right now. That's awesome. No thunderstorms so far on our vacation. It's pretty hot. Yeah, that's a thing. So Sandra says, I have this whole plan to be out of the sun between after lunch until 5. Brilliant, Sandra. Brilliant. Rope drop, resort pool fun. End of day is my plan. Prob's going to be drinking a gallon of 5-hour energy. Yeah, you do kind of burn the candle at both ends, but if you can actually take a nap during your break, or at least like just close your eyes and put your feet up, I think that goes a long way. So anyway, yeah. So yeah, Daryl, happy Canadian guy, saying he's seen people on stretchers. William Light has seen somebody on a stretcher. It is, yeah, we're not being over dramatic. It is actually a thing. Barbara suggests using an umbrella for sun and wear one of those wet burritos on your neck. Yeah, and Barbara she's a Floridian native. And Barbara, I have in my Amazon storefront, and the link to that is in the description. It's really easy. It's amazon.com/shop/Jen Lefforge. I have one of those cooling neck towels. There's some other things you can get, but I definitely recommend those. Debbie is saying, I have found that when going to Disney in the summer, we will take wet washcloths and bags of ice. It feels so good. I totally agree with that. Coral from Coral Joy Travel says, Camille, if you're already paying for the dining plan as part of your package, everyone in your party will need to have the dining plan. So it makes sense to just use the dining plan. I missed the question entirely, but that is the answer. And I would trust Coral with my life. And so I'm sure that is the correct answer to your question. Chris says, don't forget to reapply those sunscreens when you sweat. Yes. And it is hotter in the parks by like 10 degrees. Angie, here's what I would say. Here is the temperatures of the various parks. You ready? Is everyone ready? Disney Hollywood Studios is going to be your coolest park, and that may be because it's your smallest park and the least amount of walking. Your second coolest park is going to be Magic Kingdom. Your almost hotter than HE Double Hockey Sticks park is going to be Epcot, and walking around feeling like you are on the face of the sun is going to be Animal Kingdom. Now that differential is probably only 2 to 3 degrees, but I would swear by it. I'm going to walk around one of these days. Weather woman Jen, exactly. I should be a meteorologist. I'm going to walk around with a temperature gauge, and I'm going to, like, in the same period of time. Oh, Brazil is in the house. Hey, Killian, I'm so glad that you're here. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Brazil is earlier. Wait a minute. Someone tell me, what time is it where you are, Killian? I think I'm off on that. I'm not sure. Okay. I'm so glad that you're here. That's awesome. But yes, it is always hotter in Animal Kingdom, and no one knows why. Aaron says, Jen, love your shirt. I just got one in green. Oh, yay. I'm so glad. Yeah, Jenny and Frank, if you guys aren't following their channel, they're the Neverland family, and they are just normal people. And Jenny has an incredible knack for graphic design. So if you guys have seen that Safari shirt that I wear, that's like the Atari logo, but it says Safari, that is their design. And I just love their shirts. This is a medium for those of you that might want one. So you can kind of see the fit. I could wear a small. I've gotten smalls on her shirts, but I like them a little bit roomier. So I get a small. Let's see. I never get why Animal Kingdom is so hot. Dawn, I don't either. It defies logic. Like, I have park hopped to Animal Kingdom and I'm like, am I in a different city? I don't understand what just happened. Amanda says, Epcot, no joke. We went in February and I still was red-faced. I mean, I've got that kind of skin, but I was sweating. I'll be honest with you guys, anymore, I do Epcot in 2 days. I do Future World and I do World Showcase. And the day I do World Showcase, I'm more likely to like take an Uber to Beach Club and walk in through the International Gateway, because just that walk, right? Like from the front of Epcot to the World Showcase, I think is like at least a mile. I might be exaggerating, but I don't think I am by much. So anyway, Sandra says, so far I'm buying that shirt and the cooling towel. Keep up the recommendations and I'll have to readjust my budget this month. Oh, sweetie, it doesn't count. When you spend money on things for Disney, it doesn't count. Sandra, you knew that. Silly. Shelly says, we love dry oil mist sunscreen. So easy to get the kids to let you apply. Oh, that's interesting. I hadn't thought about that. Very good. Barbara, thank you. Thank you, Barbara. I thought that I was correct. And honestly, Barbara, since you live there, one of these days you'll have to have either you do it or someone you love. What we would really need to do, okay, now I'm obsessed. What we would really need to do in order to do this temperature gauge is it'd have to be at exactly the same time. So what I would need is 4 volunteers to be in each of the 4 theme parks. And like at 2:00, we would do, sorry, there was a thing I had to delete. Thank you, YouTube, for alerting me to things. We would have to check the temperature at exactly the same time, like set our watches. And Barbara, I bet you $1 million. Well, I don't have $1 million, but if I did have $1 million, I would bet you $1 million that we are correct about the temperatures. I really wouldn't bet you because you agree with me. So that really wouldn't work. Yes, thank you. Coral's reminding us, for all the new friends on this live, make sure to hit the like button and consider helping support Jen's channel with the super chat button. Ding. How's that for a plug? It's like the definition of a plug. Also, I'll go ahead and Elizabeth is volunteering as tribute. Anyway, I want to mention Patreon to you guys. There's a few people on here that are also my patrons. And so hello, my patrons, Liz, Dawn. It's great to see you guys. If you are interested in supporting the channel through the Patreon page, that hasn't been up very long, literally go to patreon.com. It's also in the description below. And you can join for as little as $5 a month. And you'll have access to my podcast, early release of videos. You can ask the girls that are in the chat right now that are also my patrons. It gets a little crazy over there. I maybe post a little bit too much, but I ask everybody for input, and it's actually a really fun group of people. So head over there if you're interested in that. Oh, Stephanie, good. I knew there was somebody else here that's a patron. Stephanie says she loves my podcast on the Patreon. Just yesterday, I put up a brand new podcast with the, oh, thank you, Ryan. I appreciate you. Oh, Ryan, I'm sorry. It's not just ladies. There's actually Ryan. Leslie, Cindy Ellicott. Okay, Leslie, first of all, thank you for your super chat. That is very, very sweet. And Leslie and Cindy, you know each other through Patreon. And Cindy, it just had to be, had to put that in there because that totally threw my focus. But Leslie, you know how much I appreciate you and your family. If you are not subscribed to our Happy Place, make sure you go and do that. They are a great family. And Cindy, thank you for that very generous super chat. Looking so forward to your summer trips. They just announced more late extra magic hours for while we are there. So those will be great. Cindy, I'm not going till September. People trying to get me off, make me announce, oh, look, I'm at Disney. Although I will be at Disneyland in July, Cindy. So that kind of counts, right? I was just looking at Disneyland tickets. Whoo, doggy, are they expensive. And it's really hard to buy a Disneyland ticket when you already are planning on buying a season pass at Disney World. So it's like, oh, I'll just look into the Premier Pass. $1,900 to have access to Disney World and Disneyland all year. I'm like, too rich for my blood. Not doing that. Although if Super Chat keeps going like it is, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to do a Premier Pass. Maybe someday. For the non-Patreon members, what do you have on that platform that is different than here? What are the podcasts about? That is a fabulous question. The podcasts are Disney related. They are sometimes about the channel. They're sometimes a little bit more about my personal life, but they are definitely like this last one was an Aladdin review. So it's a little bit of this and that, but it definitely has an overarching Disney theme with the podcast. Eventually, I hope to take the podcast out into the real world, but for right now, we're just keeping it on the Patreon page. So what a great question. Thank you. Oh, Karen just subscribed to our Happy Place. Good. You will love her videos. Let's see. Samara says, I'm doing Disney World in July and August. Now, is that two different trips or is that like one long trip? Because either way, that's awesome. Mouse Pals, I will be there. I think I get there on the 10th of September. I think I'm there like the 10th to the 17th. Is that right? I think that's right. I think I'm there the 10th through the 17th. So anyway, let's see. Oh, Sandra. Okay, another super chat. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Sandra. Sandra says, thank you for helping me make great memories at WDW through your vids and the current future support in my half marathon 2020. Woo, it's going to be so amazing. Your advice has been amazing for my training. That makes me so happy. I love helping you guys out with Disney. And then when I hear that I have also helped somebody with their running journey, that is just, because y'all know, I mean, if you've watched any of my running videos, you know that running has really transformed my life. So thank you, Sandra. Just adore that girl. Go check out her channel, you guys. She did one particular video about getting cookies from nuns, cloistered nuns, that you have got to go and watch because it's the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. So anyway, thanks, Sandra. I appreciate you very much. Let's see. Alyssa says, I can't renew my DLR pass, so I won't see you. Oh, I'm so sorry. And you know, oh, wait, Karen, are you there those same dates that I'm there? Did I know that? Did I know that you're there? I don't know that I knew that you were there then. Maybe we talked about it. I don't know, but I extended my trip. So yeah, no, I did know you were going to be there. Okay, so yeah, Karen and I will be hanging out a lot. Oh, Leslie, thank you for linking the Patreon. It is in the description, but Leslie just put it right there as well. So if you're interested in that, you can do that. Samara, it's your first solo trip. You know how I feel. Hair flip for the solo. Oh, I didn't quite hair flip. Wait, hold on. Hair flip for the solo trip. That is amazing. Solo trips are the best. So you guys know how I feel about a great solo trip. You did know, but now you are there longer. Okay, that's why I forgot, because we were only going to overlap by one day, and now I'm staying longer, so we'll be there more. Karen, we're finally going to see each other in Orlando. Karen and I have seen each other in Paris, and we've seen each other in London. We've never seen each other in Orlando, so that is going to be awesome. William is having a question about running. Are heel spurs a common occurrence with runners? I think I have them in my right heel currently, and we'll be getting them looked at. So they are, but you might actually be suffering from plantar fasciitis, which is a little bit more common than heel spurs. So it'll be very interesting to see if it is plantar fasciitis, William. I have some great suggestions. I'm sure your doctor will as well. But a lot of times heel pain is caused by that. So it's plantar, Plantar, fasciitis, fasciitis. Let's go with that. I think that's right. Somebody spelled plantar fasciitis. But William, I would not be at all surprised if that is what you're suffering from. And is actually, the fascia is actually on the sole of your foot, and it needs to be stretched out. And I always keep a frozen golf ball in my freezer, and I will just roll the sole of my foot over a frozen golf ball, and that does wonders. Amanda says, because of you, Jen, I'm currently planning a solo trip next year. Will be my first attempt. I'm getting more and more excited the more I plan. Amanda, you will love it. There will be moments, there always are for me, where it just, you're like, oh, I'm a little lonely or a little whatever. But the beautiful thing about social media is you can always reach out to somebody, and you can always, go to a restaurant. You can, chat with someone on the bus, and you'll have instant connection with other humans. And that was true when I traveled internationally too. When I started feeling a little kind of lonely and isolated, yeah, Lisa, that'll work. I think that's how you spell it. It didn't autocorrect you, so I think that's right. Yeah, you can find other people to connect with. And I have just thoroughly enjoyed my solo travels, so I know you're going to have a great time. Angie, yes, I am almost to 8,000 subscribers. So if you're watching this and you're not subscribed, you need to subscribe right now. Please go ahead and subscribe, because did you guys know that only about half of my views are from subscribers and the rest is from everybody else, which is great. But there are a lot of people watching my videos that don't actually subscribe, and that really does help the channel out. So that would be awesome. Oh, Shannon, you love your UFOs. Are those the best? Especially in the summer. I absolutely love those. Erica says, my husband and I are planning a trip for 2025, and we're waiting for some of the crowds to die down from Star Wars. Any recommendations? Well, I think the crowds will die down for Star Wars before 2025. I really, really do. So I hope that you can go before then. But yeah, I have lots of videos about crowds at Disney, and I think if you go early, if you plan well, you'll be fine. Use a travel agent, you'll be fine. Laura says, running question: were you a runner when you lived in Arizona? In your last video, you talked about 97-degree weather, but what tips for Arizona? It's so funny. I am actually leaving for Arizona tomorrow morning to go visit my mom. I have run in Arizona in the summer many times. You just have to start early. The good thing about Arizona is it is typically very low humidity. So the mornings can actually be quite lovely. When I was there last June, I ran every morning of my trip and absolutely loved it. The trick about when it's that dry is you're not going to sweat as much, and you want to make sure you stay hydrated as much as humanly possible. And you definitely want to avoid the direct sun and make sure you're in the shade. So yes, I was a runner when I lived in Arizona, and I miss Arizona. So I'm super excited to be going back tomorrow. Thank you, William. I'm not sure if I'm right, but we'll just have to see. You have to get the churro toffee from Disneyland Resort. Okay, Karen, you had me at churro and toffee. Okay, Karen, if I must, I must. I shall do that. Sarah's here. Sarah earlier on Twitter let everyone know that her children were going to be getting pizza for dinner because she was going to be here. So Sarah's children are having a healthy Italian meal. Sarah, pizza. You've got tomato sauce with that Lipta whatever thing in it that makes them healthy. Cheese, you got good dairy. I mean, come on. And if they've got like a little bit of protein on there, then they're good to go. Samara wants to know if sorry, Sarah said she ordered it with extra riboflavin. I made the joke that I used to make with my stay-at-home mom friends whenever they'd be like, I don't know what to make the kids for dinner. I'd be like, well, have they had cereal? Because they may be low on riboflavin, and cereal is packed full of riboflavin. So, your kid should have cereal at least once a day. Sorry. Samara wants to know, are you doing villains after hours this summer? I'm not. I'm not back till September 14th, and I'm not sure when. I don't think they're doing it while I'm there, but I would love to do the villains after hours. So unless something magical happens, which it always could, I don't plan on being there for that. I film sunrises at Disney property. I love waking up early. I completely agree with you. I love early mornings at Disney. Disney Sprinkles wants to know, are you vlogging the Arizona trip? So it's really funny that you ask. I was just debating that. I'm going to take my camera. I'm not sure how much my mom wants me to film. So I'm going to kind of play that by ear. But I do love, my mom actually lives in Prescott, Arizona, and the weather there is it's going to be like highs in the 70s and lows in the 50s. So I'm definitely going to do something. I may end up doing it on Instagram. So if you're not following me over there, make sure you do that. But I probably, how about that? How about I probably am going to? That was a really long answer. Bye, Coral. Love you, baby girl. See you later. Have a great day. Sandra D says, I love Arizona. Fell in love with Sedona and the hiking. I really want to go back. Yeah, Arizona is one of those places that you don't get it until you go. And there's something super fascinating about the desert that just draws you in. So yeah, it's a big deal. Oh, Sandra's doing villain after hours. Ooh, you have to make sure you vlog that. I mean, not like I have to tell you that, but make sure that you vlog it. Angie says, tell mom you got to work, right? That's what has to happen. Sorry. Hannah Whitaker says, hi. Hi, Hannah. I'm so glad that you're here. What else? Let's see. Always wanted to do Sedona. Yeah, Dawn, it is truly I can't say enough good things about the state where my oldest son was born. Arizona State University was my college. Go Sun Devils. Any Sparky fans out there? Yeah, and we just love it. Amanda says, trying to figure out where I'd like to stay for my solo trip. What do you love so much about Old Key West as opposed to Sea Boardwalk? Okay. So I love Old Key West for our family trips, but if I was doing a solo trip and I could swing it financially, I would choose Boardwalk. And here's why. There's just a lot more going on in the evenings at Boardwalk. So if you didn't want to be in a park, it's a lot. The people watching is better there. Old Key West really is like a condominium. So once you're in for the night, there's not that much to do. Although you do have easy access to Disney Springs. I think Boardwalk is probably, for me, would be my choice for a solo trip. Barbara wants to know, have you had the 7-layer cake at the top of the world at Bay Lake Tower? Oh my word, caramel, Rice Krispie treats, chocolate. No. And now I want that right now. So Barbara, I don't know, unless you have one delivered to my house, I now feel like I need to go get in my car. If I got in the car right now, it's 4:30. Now I could be at Disney at 10:30, but I got to go to my mom, so I can't. Okay. Oh, thank you, Hannah. Thank you for saying hello. I really appreciate that. Christy wants to know, is Will still going with you to Cali? And is he still happy to be on the vlogs? He is still going with me to California, and I think he's still happy to be on the vlogs. He hasn't been in one in a while, but I'm really hoping he's got to be in the VidCon vlogs. So yeah. Oh, Anne Marie, thank you so much for that super chat. Oh, and it's in pounds. I believe this is the first time I have gotten a super chat in pounds. That's very exciting. Is that pounds or euros? Oh, it's euros. Was that euros? Yes, because it's Ireland. Wait, does Ireland do euros? Sorry, sometimes my international education is not what it should be. Karen will tell me. No. What's in Ireland, you guys? Anyway, I'm a moron. Anne-Marie, thank you. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, Ireland does euros. Yeah, you laugh, Karen. Y'all can't even figure it out half the time. Don't give me a hard time. I always forget who. You cannot be upset with an American for not understanding who's still using, I guess it's just the UK though. And I know, because I am smart, that Ireland is not in the UK. Not at Walt Disney World either, right, Karen? Anyway, Anne-Marie, thank you. Let me read your comment. It was so sweet. Thank you for all your vlogs. Always brighten my day. Because of your review of Swan and Dolphin, hubby and I are planning an adults-only trip in 2020. Anne-Marie, I think you have made a great, great choice. You will love it there for an adults-only trip. It really does feel like Vegas without the bad part of Vegas, if that makes sense. I think you're just going to have the best time ever. I actually just booked there for marathon weekend. We're at Old Key West for that whole week, and then I'll be at Swan and Dolphin for marathon weekend. So I'll do another review of that. Susan says, your number one fan, my 1.5-year-old, just came back from getting shots and is very happy to see you. Oh, Susan, what is the 1.5-year-old's name? I would love to say hello. Pure Magical Adventures, thank you for the super chat. You are supporting me in too many places, and you should not be doing that. I'm loving that. At least 2 of the super chats today have been people that are also over on Patreon, but it is much appreciated. Thank you so much, sir. You know how much I appreciate you. And yes, Sandra, I am going to VidCon. Oh, I know. Should I do another VidCon hair flip? I don't know. I am very intimidated by the entire thing. We just got our agenda of all the breakouts and all of that. So I'm kind of freaked out, but I think it's going to be really fun. My husband, Rebecca says, my husband is trying to get all the Marriott points for us to stay at Swan and Dolphin. Yeah, it is a high point requirement. The good thing is, though, if you guys belong to their Bonvoy, their club, you do get benefits. Like we got a welcome gift and we got a room upgrade. So that's really nice. Jess! Oh my gosh. She's driving down to Disney World right now. Jess is right as we speak. So by the powers of super chat and live streaming, it's almost like we're all driving down to Disney World right now. Oh my God, I'm so excited. That is awesome, Jess. You're going to have the best time ever. Tell me, what are you doing when you get there today? How much further do you have to go? Tell me all the things. Disney Traveler, first planned solo trip for marathon weekend. Oh, I hope you do. I am considering doing a meet and greet marathon weekend, probably like in the Swan and Dolphin area, like boardwalk area. So I'll definitely let you guys know, maybe something at Ample Hills or something like that, just really chill. So if you happen to be there and you can stop by, that would be great. And hopefully at least 3 people will show up so that I don't, feel like this. Let's see. Susan says her name is Lucy, or Lucy Goose if you're feeling sassy. Oh, Lucy Goose, I'm so glad you're here. Did Mama say you just got shots? Baby girl. Well, I'm so glad that you're here. Miss Jennifer is so happy to see you. Oh, that makes me so happy. I love my kids. Let's see. Sandra says, do you have a recommendation for a Disney hotel for Run Disney 2020? Is one location better than any others? Yes. I like Boardwalk, Beach Club, Yacht Club area, if you are okay with spending the money. Swan and Dolphin is another great one to do. Personally, now this sounds a little crazy to some people, but I like to keep walking after a half marathon. So I like to walk or run the half marathon and then walk back through Epcot to get back to my hotel. You are obviously walking more, but by the time I get back, I feel like my lactic acid has moved through and I just feel better. So those are my favorites. I've also stayed at French Quarter Marathon Weekend and had a fabulous time. And really, all of the resort hotels have bus transportation. So the only one that's even going to be an option to walk, well, you could stay at one of the monorail resorts because that does give you monorail transportation on race morning and to get back to your hotel. So I would probably do Boardwalk, Beach Club, Yacht Club, Swan and Dolphin. I really like that area. I like that area anyway. Jen, you make us laugh so much. This is from Mouse Pals. Thank you. You've helped me and Em through a hard year, and we can't thank you enough. Oh, Heather, that really means the world to me. That's just we all have a lot that we're dealing with. And sometimes I think people think, oh, she's so happy and she's a Disney vlogger. And I've tried to show enough of other aspects of my life so that you guys don't think that is true. The truth is, Disney is kind of how I cope, and it's how I heal, and it's how I take a break from the reality. So when I hear that I've done that for someone else, that is like, that will keep me going. Sarah, are we there yet? Yeah, seriously, Jess, are we there yet? So I'm driving through Daytona now, husband driving. Well, thank God you're not driving. I would be telling you, get off of here if you're driving. And we are staying at Animal Kingdom Lodge, planning on visiting Epcot tonight, going to eat all the food. I can't even. I'm so this is what's wrong with me. This is why I have to have a YouTube channel always, because I just got goosebumps. That is so exciting. All right, Disney Traveler wants to know, do you know anything about renting DVC points? I do. We've rented DVC points on a couple of different occasions. There are a couple of great videos out there. My friend Becca Hart has done a video about it. Jenny at the Neverland Family has done a great video about it. We have used David's Vacation Rentals is who we used most recently. I really like them. There's also the DVC rental store. It's super easy. Just be really careful when you rent points that you understand the cancellation policy, because you can't cancel at the last minute. And there is now companies that will sell you insurance, but there are some restrictions, and you do typically have to pay in full quite a ways before your vacation. So some things to keep in mind, but we've had great luck renting points. Let's see. Now she's back to Toy Story and is done with both Miss Jennifer and Mom. As it should be, Lucy Goose. You go back to Toy Story. Oh, who saw the preview? I didn't even talk to you guys about Aladdin yet, but who saw the preview for Toy Story 4 when you saw Aladdin? That looks so good. I'm really excited about Toy Story 4. My husband leans over and he's like, I need closure after the end of Toy Story 3, so this is really good. And I feel the same way. I'm like, you could not leave that with Toy Story 3 because we were both traumatized at the end of Toy Story 3. Let's see. You can absolutely stay at a value resort. Patrick, Pure Magical Adventures. You're on your way to Disney right now. Flying Southwest Beach Club. First time staying club level. Anything I should take advantage of in club level. They will serve you mimosas in the morning, even if they're not out. Just ask. And anytime you are in the club, no matter what time of day, just because the wine and beer isn't out doesn't mean they don't have some. So you can always ask. So that is my tip for you. I swear I don't drink that much, but if I'm paying for club level, I'm gonna get drink. That's gonna get drink. I don't know what that was. Okay. Leslie said, OMG Aladdin. Right. No spoilers. Loved Aladdin. Loved it. Like, I am still thinking about it, and I may actually go see it again. And I have not done that with a movie in quite a while. So just go see it. Just trust me and go see it. There was one casting decision, and I'll see if anybody can comment if they can guess what it was that I didn't love. There was also one character addition that I 100% completely adored. And there were some updates to the storyline that I felt really brought the story into the 21st century. So that is what I'm going to say about that. Sarah says, club level, honestly, eat dinner there, ask for wine and beer all the time. You said that. Yeah, basically, ask for wine and beer all the time. Every morning is mimosa morning when you stay club level. I would like a hat, please, with that, with pink ears or something. I don't know. Heading to Disney in 3 weeks for 2 whole weeks. Russ, that's wonderful. Oh, Karen, you're going to see it for Rachel's birthday back in Ireland this weekend, where they use euros. Thank you. Chris, what? Okay, Chris is also one of my patrons and just gave me more money over here. Y'all, the whole reason I started the Patreon page so you would stop doing that, and you're still doing it. Jeez, love you, Chris. Thank you. That means the world to me. In celebration of a live stream and for your great running videos, running my first 5K in September. Did I know that? Did you tell me that? That is amazing, Chris. I am so proud of you. Oh my gosh. Okay, good. Oh, that makes me super, super happy. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate you, but you know that. Martina says, Jen, what moderate resort would you suggest for a first-time trip to Disney World? Check out the review I just did on Coronado Springs. It exceeded my every expectations and didn't even seem like a moderate. My other favorite moderate is Port Orleans French Quarter. So either one of those would be great. Another moderate that's not really a moderate, but is actually one of my favorite ways to stay at Walt Disney World are the Fort Wilderness Cabins. And I haven't done a video about those yet, but I think I need to, because I just think they are such a value. You can usually get a good deal on them. And I adore the Fort Wilderness Cabins. So that's another option for you as well. Disney Traveler says, have not seen it, but love Will Smith. Then you will absolutely love it. Oh, hey, Jen is here from Olive Branch Inspirations. Sandra D, there were a lot of buses and they were very crowded. She's talking about for race weekend. So that's really good to know about the bus transportation. Oh, bye, Dawn. I hope your fur baby is okay. I know you said earlier you had to go to the vet. I haven't seen Aladdin, but I have heard the soundtrack, and Will Smith is underwhelming me. Yeah. So he was a great genie, and his voice is not perfection for sure. But I thought he did an amazing job as the genie, and it just the whole, but he didn't steal the show from, let's see, how do I say that? He didn't steal the show for me. Like, I feel like Robin Williams stole the show in the original Aladdin, but he was a very good genie. And there's some augmentations to that were very, very good that I think, I think you guys will like. So we'll see. Let's see. Oh, thank you, Leslie, for posting the Coronado review. I, again, could not have been happier with my Coronado Springs review. Leslie, and thank you for taking care of that. Leslie Ann is moderating for me. Leslie is from Our Happy Place. Again, I've already mentioned her. Make sure you check out her channel, but she has been very generous to moderate for me today because there's always a few that show up. Mrs. J. Thornton says, first of all, I love your name, your username. That is lovely. That makes me happy. I'm looking into becoming a DVC member, and I've really appreciated all of your videos. I'm planning to buy a small amount direct and then add on through resale once I see how it goes. Well, Mrs. J. Thornton, and I will just use your full name now and forever, that is a very smart way to do DVC. I actually think it is the best way to do DVC because you get the best of both worlds, right? If you have a small direct contract, then you get all of the advantage of buying direct, and then you can get some great deals on buying resale. So well done. Let's see. Heather says, let's see. Would you ever think about having a meet and greet here in Atlanta? I love your channel and would love to meet you in person. You know what would be fun, Heather? I hadn't thought of that, but it might be fun when the weather cools off to meet up at the Disney outlet up in, you know where it is, on the way out on the other side of Cumming. I would love to do that, or we could meet at one of the Disney stores. That could be really fun. I hadn't thought of that, but that is actually a great thought. That could be really, and I know there's a few other people that are here in Atlanta, so great idea. Cindy says, so many people here are running now because of your encouragement. Britt and I are doing the virtual series June, July, August, then Princess 10K in February. Cindy, I could not ask for more than that. To hear that people choose to start running, are motivated to start running, maybe picking it up after not doing it for a while, it makes my year, because, you know, Disney is an important part of my life, but I could stop going to Disney. I'd be sad, but I could stop going to Disney. But running has really transformed me physically, emotionally, spiritually. And so that is the piece that really gets me excited when I hear that. So thank you for sharing that with me. Thank you so much, BJ Arroyo. Great channel. Keep up the good work. That means a lot to me. Let's see. Same here, Cindy. When are coming for a meet and greet in Colorado? Sarah Merrill, I will come to Colorado anytime you want. Sarah, as you guys know, is my best running friend, and I'm going to just show up at her door. She has a really nice pool, and it is much cooler where she lives than it is where I live. So you better be careful what you wish for, Meryl. Jules Turner says, I am planning a trip for 7 people. My family of 4, my mom, my sister, and niece, August 2020. Think 2-bedroom Animal Kingdom Lodge. Where will you stay? If you do Animal Kingdom 2-bedroom, do Kidani. And the reason why is you will get 3 bathrooms. And with that many people, I think 3 bathrooms is going to be huge for you. That's the bathroom thing for me with a large group kind of makes it or breaks it. And you do get 3 full bathrooms. If you do the 2-bedroom at Kidani Village, I would definitely do that. If you're staying on points, if you're renting points, the standard view is really fine because there's plenty of animal viewing areas. The other option would be the 2-bedroom at Old Key West just for the space, but you don't get that 3rd bathroom. So the only other place you get that 3rd bathroom is Bay Lake Tower, and it is so much more expensive there than it is at Animal Kingdom Kidani. So that would be my choice. And I love the pool there. So yeah, that would be my tip for you. For Trisha says, first time visiting Disney in summertime, and I'm a little nervous about the heat and the crowds. Thanks, Jen, for all your wonderful vlogs. So actually, Trisha, and I mentioned this in the video I just got done filming that's going to go up on Friday, the last few summers we've gone have been the least crowded we've seen Disney. So I don't want you to worry about the crowds. You should worry a little about the heat, but watch my video Friday, be smart. Stay out of, the heat in the middle of the day, and I think you will be just fine and have a fabulous time. Yeah, Sarah says, woohoo. You better go tell Dawn that I'm going to show up at your house and stay. I'm going to be like Uncle Orville in Carousel of Progress, which is Sarah's favorite attraction at Walt Disney World. Just kidding. Jewel says, it's exactly that I was thinking. Yeah, you cannot underestimate the power of an extra bathroom. You can quote me on that. Disney Traveler says, how far ahead do AP prices come up on the website for booking? Not very far out. That is my answer to that. Sometimes it can be as little as a month before your trip, 3 weeks before your trip. Obviously, it depends on, when in that window you're going. But just keep watching. You can always call and they can tell you as well. But you have to be patient. That's when people, especially some of my UK friends, will be like, should I get an AP? Like, well, yeah, but not if you're counting on it for a room discount, because those come out so close to your trip. You're going to want to have something else already booked. So you don't want to necessarily count on that AP discount because it may not be for the type room you want. I'm able to take advantage of such great last minute annual pass holder discounts because we live so close and I can be so flexible with my dates. But if that isn't your situation, then that may not be the best reason to get an AP. There's definitely others, as I mentioned, the magic or the, PhotoPass, that you get PhotoPass for free and the discounts, but the room thing can be kind of hit or miss. So that is my long-winded answer on that. Pure Magical Adventure says, book my first Disney cruise for December, Palo or Remy or both. Both or neither. I've only done Palo brunch. Scott and I didn't do either of them on our last trip because we couldn't get availability and they didn't have any. I know that they're both amazing, but you're also not, if you've never been, you don't know what you're missing. If you could do both, because really for what you're paying, you're getting a much higher quality meal, but don't stress if you can't get both. That's my answer to that. Mariah says, and y'all check out Mariah's channel, Mariah's Whole New World. I watched her review on Aladdin and it got me super excited to go, Mariah. And I totally agree with everything that you said. I know you're running during the upcoming WDW Marathon weekend. Do you have any other races planned for 2020? Yes. So I am doing the 10K in January, and then I am doing Star Wars again in April. And this will be my 5th year, Sarah and I. It's our 5th anniversary running Star Wars. So we are what they call perfect Star Wars. So yeah, I'm very excited about that. So let's see. Sorry, had to get rid of something. In Paris, duh. And I'm running Paris. Is that 2020? Oh, it is 2020 because it's September. Whoop, whoop. Okay, and I'm running Paris in September. If you guys have watched my vlogs, I ran that race a year ago and I couldn't make it work for this year, but I do love that race and I'm super excited about it. I don't know where I'm staying yet, but hopefully on property this time, because last time I was at Disneyland Paris, I was at the Radisson Blu, which was actually a great hotel, but for this trip, I do want to be on property because my 50th birthday is in July. So the September trip is kind of a, the season of my birthday, So that's always exciting. Oh, you need to do the Oberammergau Passion Play in 2020. My mother has done that. Oberammergau. Yes? Tell me if I did that right, Russ. My mother has done that and just loved it, and I need to go and do that. So let me just see if I can do this. Hide user. Okay, there we go. Sorry, we were having a troublemaker and Leslie's trying to take care of him. But boy, sometimes troublemakers just get in there, don't they? Let's see. It's every 10 years. Yeah, my mom has been and said it was amazing. Oh, is it going to be in 2020? That's very interesting. Karen says, see you in Paris. Let's get a suite in the Disneyland Hotel. Okay. I'm okay. Let's do a suite in the Disneyland Hotel. And Karen, if we do club level, we get that fast pass. That's like, remember I had that fast pass from my friend where you just go to the front of the line. So yeah, one of us has to win the lottery first. Do you have a lottery in the UK? One of us needs to win that. Camille says, you once said I run like an old lady so that I can run and tell I'm an old lady. You can definitely run a race. This is my chant as I'm training for my first race next year. You're an inspiration, Jen. Thank you. Yeah, slow and steady. Slow and steady wins the race. And I will tell you guys, I can tell you now that I've been doing half marathons and marathons for over a decade. There has been many a runner that has been much faster than me, that has felt that they were much fitter than me and they were much younger than me. And guess what they're not doing now? Running. So I'm in it for the long game and I want to be running until I'm at least 80 years old. And so, yeah. I have kind of enjoyed being the turtle and watching a few people that, went out fast and all of those things and they burned out and they're not running anymore. So for me, the way to keep with it for the long game is just to plod along. I love my plodding. Karen says, okay, club level suite. It is. I agree. Tell Rachel. Oh, I know. Let's make Rachel pay. Sorry, Rachel is Karen's younger sister. What's mimosas in French? Whew. That is a fabulous question. We know that champagne in French is champagne. I will also tell you, because you guys know the only real champagne is actually from France. And yeah, that's really awesome. Yeah, Consuelo, what is mimosas in French? You would know, don't you know? I don't know. It's not we. S'il vous plaît. That's how I say it. They just know what I'm talking about. The only thing I got really good at saying in France was je suis végétarien, which is I am a vegetarian. So there we go. They don't mix it. Ah, that stinks. So what, I would order it separately and I could mix them myself, huh? I Run Things is on here. You guys check out her channel. She is awesome as well. Let's see. Russ, you guys are doing the Passion Play, the Tour de France, and Normandy, as well as Southern Germany. We lived there for 3 years. That is quite a trip. And actually, Russ, that was the French don't have mimosas. Okay, well, then we'll make our own. That's what we'll do. Champagne avec jus d'orange. There we go, equal mimosa. Yeah, champagne and orange juice. That will work. So I am planning on making that a more expensive. That was a funny Freudian slip. I am planning on making that a more expensive trip. I meant to say I am planning on making that a more expansive trip because I definitely, when I ran Disneyland Paris the first time, I only got there 2 days before the race and I was just shot, both from the flight and just the whole thing. So I'm going to do something first. It might be London. It might be Germany. I don't know what it's going to be, but I'm definitely planning on doing something first. So we'll see. Let's see. Yeah. Husband will love the more expensive trip. Yeah. Here's the thing you guys need to know about Scott Lefforge. I know. Karen. Okay. I'm going to tell you something about Scott first before I address Karen's Ireland comment. Yes, we should do that. Secondly, Scott, feels that he has married above his station. It's not true, but he feels it's true. And so he basically lets me do whatever I want. And the problem with that is that I'm the one who pays the bills. So he always says, you can do this. Go, yeah, go do that. Go do that. But I'm the one who has to pay the bills. So I'm the one who has to kind of go, maybe not the best idea. So it's always me looking in the mirror going, you have got to stop spending everybody's college fund. So that's not enough. I want to pay more. Okay, so Karen wants me to go to Ireland. And Karen, this is what we should do. I should go to Dublin and see you and let you show me around. And then we'll fly together to Paris. So I don't know that that's the worst idea we've ever had. Let's see. Do Sweden. Our currency is really weak, so it'll be a cheap vacation. You know that is actually true, Serena the Swede, and I will consider that. Actually, I've always wanted to go to Sweden, so that would be beautiful. Okay, where are we? It is almost time for us to be done, you guys. You know what I'll do? Let's see. Alyssa says, I can't run due to a disability, but your autoimmune disease video meant so much to have someone who feels like me. At times made me feel less alone. Okay, let's end with that because Alyssa, thank you. I know that when I first started watching YouTube, it was during a very challenging time of my life. And YouTube really did just that for me. It helped me feel like I wasn't alone. And I want you guys to know, whether you're on here, whether you've joined me on Patreon, whether you're able to just like this video, subscribe, those of you that have done super chat, those of you that comment, the fact that you guys watch and you take the time to comment, I can't even express to you how much that means to me. I love you guys. This community, I've said it a million times, but this community has been what has shocked and surprised me the most about YouTube. So thank you, everybody. Leslie, thank you for being the world's best moderator and taking care of whoever that gentleman was that didn't seem to take the hint. Thank you to everybody else. If you're going over the summer, I hope you have a great time. Next video up will be either Thursday or Friday, and that will be my summer tips video. I'm really excited to bring that to you guys. And with that, I will see you next time, and I hope you have a fabulous day. Bye-bye.